Hi guys, John with you again, and we're doing the second update on the Land Rover from Italeri in 1/3 scale. It's a 109 long wheelbase. So let's see where we are. And done with our black mat of doom. Rearrange the camera and a bit of a zoom in, just a little bit. No, black background. Right, the Land Rover as is. Still loads to do to it, and that's the stage we're at the moment. Top isn't fitted on, so it's still kind of loose, but you get the rough idea. Base, some rough colours are down. There's got to be a lot of detail work yet. Wheels aren't fitted on yet properly. They're just pushed on there just to kind of give a dry fit to give you an idea of how it's coming along. Colours wise, I am thrilled to bits with it, but except the fact that I'll explain everything in a minute. There's the cover. Radio still has to be detail painted, but the inside of that is all done. Basically what happened yesterday was my compressor decided to blow. It was only a cheap compressor anyway, and I wasn't expecting that much out of it. It was one I got from Lidl, and it was cheap. And I said what I'd do is I'd give it a go, see do I like the airbrushing and things like that. And I love the airbrushing. I absolutely love it now. And so I've been on Tinternet, and I've sorted out a replacement for it. I'll be getting it at the end of the month. That's when I get paid. I get paid at the end of each month, and I'll be getting it then. And I'm getting the little Badger 1000. So if anybody's got one of them, let me know what you think of them. Are they? I know it's not top of the range or even medium price range. It's what I can afford, but it's got a tank as opposed to the other box type which I had, which was just a noisy bastard thing that constantly kept going. But anyway, enough about that. I have one coming. It's the Badger 1000. If you know anything about it, lads, just let me know. But anyway, let's get back onto this. I have the grey done. I have the green done. What happened was I just finished. I'd done the top of that. As you can see, I've got the nice shading, came out absolutely brilliant and everything else, and that was the last bit of airbrushing that I got done. Cleaned out the airbrush after this, and it was in the process of cleaning out the airbrush that there was a rather large bang, and yeah, the I took it apart then, like you do, and what happened was that there's a little gear kind of thing, and that goes around, and which makes the piston go up and down, which causes the air, and it completely blew off its pin, and it was just cheap materials, really. To be quite honest with you, when I had a look at it, it was just cheap, made out of cheap stuff. But it did the perfect job for me. It got me into airbrushing and got me used to it, and it did its purpose. I wasn't expecting it to last very long, and I'm amazed it lasted as long as it did. To be quite honest with you, I really am. But anyway, that's where I am with the Land Rover. It's going to be finished off by hand because I'm not waiting until the end of the month to do this one. Plus, it, all that's left really is the detail painting, and that I got the main part down. So it's down to gloss coating because I want to gloss coat the thing. So we'll see. We'll see. Further updates will be forthcoming. But like I said, at the moment that's the Jeep or the Land Rover. I have the other parts there, the door and the and the seats. They're there for that. Now, like I said, on the title of this video, it's an update on the Land Rover and a mail call. Right, mail call. Got two packages today in the post. One from my very, 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 very good friend Joe's Model Kits. If you remember on the one of my videos there on the Stuka, I asked for a bit of help, and did anybody know where I can get either a little Kubel wagon or a small truck in 172? Because the sites I was looking at, I was totally looking at the wrong bloody places, to be quite honest with you. Because when I found one, I found loads. And Joe said that he's got a couple of little 172 bits and pieces, and he'll send them on to me. I said, "Oh, great stuff." He said, I have a little kitten red and a truck or two. I said, "Yeah, great, send them on to me. I'll make great use of them." So Joe, in typical Joe fashion, just sent me on this big package of flipping arrived this morning, and inside it were I'll just turn off that light because I was shining a half off it. Give it a few seconds. There we go. There was this set, plastic soldier German medium trucks of World War II. So I open this up. In here we've got a nicely wrapped up for protection and everything else. We've got some stowage and bits and pieces in 172, which is absolutely fabulous. Tank stowage. There's some lovely little 172 weapons and things, and some oil barrels, ammo boxes, brilliant, lovely little bits and pieces. And there's also 2 trucks in there, and a little half-track type version one as well, if I wanted to make a half-track truck. So you can make 2 versions. You can make either a half-track or a thing, and excuse me French, but flippin' yippee. Thank you very, very much, Joe. Even that in its own would sort me out. But typical Joe fashion, that in its own is just not good enough. Joe always has to stick in something else, and he did. So my embarrassment continues. He's also sent me on this. Inside of this we've got nicely bag. I've got a little kitten radar thingy majiggy, which is a little motorbike yoke thing, and they were used around airfields, pulling planes around the place. So in 172 scale, look at that, and that flipping gorgeous little thing. It won't flipping zoom in for me now. Maybe color balance or whatever they call it is all off. See, can I zoom right in that? Because that is a lovely little thing. Really, really is. Look at that. Now there we go. That's zoomed in nicely. So we've got that tiny thing, tiny. It's about the size of my tip of my small finger. So we've got that. There's a truck, another truck with 2 figures already inside it, nicely painted up and everything else. Brilliant, absolutely fabulous. There's another truck. Joy is deadly, seriously is. That can be a covered truck or non-covered. There's a little Kubel wagon here, and a Willys Jeep as well. So, wow, Joe, thank you so flipping much. This is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. And some more barrels, oil cans, barriers. Sorry, I was looking at them and I wasn't even having them on the screen. Little bag with oil cans, barriers and all that kind of thing. So, wow, absolutely total wow. You know, it was a case of I was going to put 1 or 2 pieces with the Stuka. Now it's a case, look, I think I'm building an airfield. The whole airfield is coming in there for the one Stuka. So, Joe, thank you so much. It's absolutely unbelievable. And you think it would stop at that, but not our Joe. Joe has to go again, and let's put them back here. Joe goes one further again, and he throws in this as well. Now it's 176 pack 40 75mm anti-tank gun and truck. Where do you go? Like even though it's 176 with 172, they will go together, and I can have a little kind of a gun emplacement in the corner of it. So, Joe, wow, really wow, thank you very, very much. So that was Joe's package, and at the same time Joe's packet arrived, a couple of minutes later, literally, my package arrived from Mark's Models, which is a shop in Ireland. It's an internet shop in Ireland. They have a shop in Dublin and a shop in Cork. I do get a fair few of my bits and pieces from them. I get my paints and things from them, because the great thing about it is it's a set delivery fee no matter what you're getting, and it's €6, and no matter what you're getting, it's €6 delivery. So I could get, say, one little tin of paint which would cost me €2.50, and I pay €6 delivery on it. That way it doesn't work out so cheap for your tin of paint. But if you're getting, I could get, say, 20 paints, some thinners, kit, a few other tools, and some, say, scenery bits and pieces, and it's £6 delivery. Do you get me? So it's not done by weight. Like, I can get something from England, and I got some stuff there from UMP, and I got a bottle of thinner, a bottle of airbrush cleaner, and a primer. And like, for those three, because they were bottles and they're pretty heavy, it was £9 sterling delivery to Ireland, so it's the delivery bit that gets me. Even though I can get them cheaper in England, when you start adding on the delivery, it nearly works out cheaper to get them in Ireland. So anyway, I got for that dio again, the Stuka dio, I got some Personnel de la Luftwaffe. So it's Luftwaffe personnel. They're header. I had a look at them. They're nice. They're lots of guys refueling. I could refuel a whole fleet of airplanes with the guys that are in here. But I'll be using 2 or 3 of them, and I'm quite happy with that. So that'll finish up that die up nicely. I also got this item, and I'm going to have to actually wiggle the living daylights out of it. Just look at that. Oh, I won't even get it into shot. I won't get it into shot. But you can see what it is already. So excuse there's going to be a big bump now in a second. Yep, there we go. Coming up. You see what it is? It's the T-35 from Zvezda in 1/35 scale, and it's a Soviet heavy tank, and it's a big box. It is a big box. It's a nice looking kit. We'll just have a look at the outside of the boxes. There's my setup for the camera. Bits and pieces added on from A to B, and that's off one thing, that's off another set, and the thing. But it works. It holds the camera in its spot. The camera sits in there, and it sits down perfect, so I can do what I want to do with it. So I'll just remove that now for a second, take it out of my way. There we go. Simple as that, and it's gone. And we'll have a look at the just a look at the outside of the box of this. I'm not going opening it up. I will do that in an unboxing, because it's because of the seal on it. But you can get some nice little bits info from the back of it. Now, it's some monster. 5 turrets. Nice detail in the turrets. Not overly detailed, but not underly detailed either. It's got strip tracks. In other words, this is one long piece, this is a piece, and that across the top is a piece. So the only singular pieces are around the edges. The reason I know this, I looked at a review on it, and I found 2 reviews on the internet on it. They're both in Russian, and they were both just unboxings. And I found only one person had that, well, that's on the internet now, that I could find, has it finished, and that was a young kid. and he basically just built the kit. Didn't clean off the sprues all that well, but they just built the kit and applied the decals straight to the kit, no painting or nothing. And even at that, it looks a nice kit. It looks a fine little job. So I said, with a bit of care and attention, and a bit and a bit of paint, it should work out absolutely lovely. So I've plenty to keep me going till the end of the month, till I can start painting again. Well, airbrush painting again. Like I said, I'll finish off the Land Rover. I won't touch the Stuka, because that is definitely all has to be airbrushed. I just have it in the black now with some white highlights on it. So that's got to wait now till the end of the month, and probably into next month before I can start painting on that. But there's no rushing time, is there? Time is relevant. Or time is relative, isn't it? That's what they say. It's relative to what you want to do with it. So that's that kit anyway, and I'll tell you, it looks quite nice. It looks some awesome looking beast, and it wasn't actually that expensive for the size of box. Like, that is a huge bloody box, right? And it's a huge tank, and the price is still on it. There you go. Oops. It's €33.99. Now I know I can get it cheaper in England. I can get it for about 26 or 27. But with the weight of that, by the time I paid for postage and packing, I'm up to 35, 36 quid. And for 35, 36 quid euros, that is brilliant kit, because I mean, you pay that for small kits. So anyway, that's my update. Loads of waffle, loads of bullshit. I've got a fresh cup of coffee there waiting for me. My good Mrs. Rachel just dropped that in for me, and so I'm going to stop it at that. What I'm going to do for the day, I don't know. I'll do some hand painting on the Land Rover, I suppose, and play around with a few bits and pieces. Have fun. That's what I do. I'll have fun. I'll build some 172 things and stuff. So that'll keep me busy for the day. Thank you, lads. Thank you so much to Joe's Model Kits. Link in the description box below, to Joe's. And I just gobsmacked. I can't thank this chap enough. But I'll catch you up in the next one, lads, okay? So sorry for all the moving around of the camera. It's just I'm trying to hold it now because I took away the stand. So I'll catch you up in the next one. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Stick a like if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Simple as that. Not telling you what to do. And stay tuned for the next one. Most importantly, if you're into modelling, get a model and build it. Okay? And enjoy building it. We all do. Catch you up, lads. Bye.